Hey there, welcome to my channel, the IT Steps. So today we'll be discussing a special use case where the drives are getting formatted. So before going to that, I would like to walk you through the infrastructure that we have. So we have 4 node database cluster. So out of those 4 nodes, we have 2 sync nodes. One is primary, another is secondary. So we'll name it as node 1 and node 2. And for async nodes, we have 2 nodes, node 3 and node 4. So what happens? These environments are hosted in, this environment is hosted in Google Cloud, right? And in node 1 and node 2, so we have local SSDs attached that is being initialized on reboot or whenever there is a unexpected reboot or uh, whenever we have to turn on server from console. So the local SSD attached is going to be initialized. So for that, we have put a script. So that is going to initialize it. So I would like to show you the next screenshot over here. So this is a screenshot of the functions, the script that initializes the disk and format the disk. So I would like to show you these 3 functions that says disk initialization of F, I, and J. So these 3 types are being initialized for now that you can see in the screenshot. So this initializes the disk, and after that, it formats the disk as well, and also create the directory structure you can see over here. All right, so let's go to the next screenshot. So this screenshot depicts the drive configuration in one of the sync node 1, where we have local SSDs attached, right? So you can see disk 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can see this by size 375 GB. So that means these are local SSD provided by Google itself. So in local SSD, we cannot have more than 375 GB of disks. So yeah, and the script initializes all the disk on startup or powering on the server from console or whenever it gets rebooted unexpectedly. So we have updated in the startup script and it does the initializations, right? So let's go back to the script itself again. So it first initializes the disk and it creates the partition and then formats the volume. And after that, it is creating the structure, folder structure for database, right? So uh, so the issue was whenever the script was initializing, so what happened, it initialized and formatted all the F drive of the respective nodes of the whole cluster itself, right? So actually we were not aware of why it was happening, but after deep investigation, we came to know that it might be the culprit as there was nothing placed outside any of the servers other than these 2. But whenever the script was run, the drives were formatted on async nodes as well. So although async node does not have any script in place, and we had no clue how it was formatting, right? So so I can show you how we figure it out. All right, so you can see over here that this is our sync node, and we ran the command get volume F, right? So it displays all the F drives of the cluster except the one that is primary sync node. The reason behind that, this command does displays all the F drive of the cluster except wherever the F drive is being used via local SSD. So we can see that in this 375 GB that represents the server where the command is being run, and the rest too shows the system temp DB F drive on async nodes, right? And let's go to this node. I mean, this is our async node. So while I run the command over here, it displays only two drives. So one is for async node 1 and another for async node 2. So these are the reason again why it is not showing the F drives of sync nodes, primary and secondary nodes. That is that both of those nodes have F drive as local SSD, right? So in order to mitigate that issue, what we did, so we disabled the uh, disk initialization of F on sync nodes. So we have to ensure that uh, whenever we are formatting the drive on one of any of the nodes, so it is going to format all the nodes via command line only. So it is not like while we right click on the server and go to the server and right click and drive and format. So it is going to format that drive only. And for if you run the command and format the drive, then it is going to format all the drive of the whole cluster. So if you are formatting F drive from command line on one of the node, then it is going to format all the nodes drive wherever local SSDs are not there, right? So we have to ensure that for local SSDs, so we have to ensure that the drive letter should not be same. If we have any if we have any requirement in mind that it is going to format or we need to format in future or any requirement wherever we will be formatting the drive, so we have to ensure that the drive letter is different. So this is a very special use case because we don't format the drive frequently, but this was the requirement of uh, the environment that we had to format the drive due to the initialization of the script. So yeah, so that's it. All right. So okay. So I'll take a look again over here. So this is sync node, right? And if we ran the command format volume F, then it is going to format all these two drives, right? If you format by a command. And similarly, if you want to format, if you have to format on sync node, so it is going to format all the three volumes. Um, yeah, all the three volumes, all of all the three nodes. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.